How's it going, ladies and bruisers? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Zero Escape VLR. We've had 2 murders this time, all at the same time, so that's huge. We're just gonna see what happens, I guess. We're getting pretty close to what I imagine will be the roadblock on this run through, and then we'll have to pick a new path, but we'll see what happens. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned towards Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance, she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. Dio's injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but I pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. Well, we know Dio killed her. They're dead.
My God.
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them!
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched.
Considering Dio has the injection gun.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now.
Well, we know exactly who killed Luna, because there's only one person carrying a pissing injection gun.
We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer is one of us?
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well,
Do you think that Zero Senior killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Oh, give me a break! How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. Can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
you're a killer, we already know that. You killed us once already, you prick.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and...
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
Fine,
If
come on.
no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally. I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
I think you just did.
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Then maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here.
Oh, we're against Kay
There
this
is
time.
little to no evidence to support any of this.
I've never voted against Kay, so I don't know what he's likely to do. I've seen him betray people though, but only usually when he's in a team, I think. Well, we should probably head back to the warehouse.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is there really any point arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I know I'm not.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover, we gotta go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you will automatically ally. And I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points. Which
Yeah, I
would
bet he
put him
will
at
too.
9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
Yeah, you gotta deal with that prick. He's my arch enemy after he killed us in that last run.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
He's the only one I've got a huge grudge against. I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point, I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started towards the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
True, but how many points do you have?
Me?
As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 BP right now. If you betray me and gain another 3, you could get all the way to 9 in this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as you possibly could?
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Well, obviously.
Isn't
Why
it
is that?
obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
The door only opens once, yes.
The number 9 door only opens once!
I know.
Once that opens, it's all over! It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
So if someone opens it and escapes,
Precisely. Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
you don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by yourself.
I would never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, no, of course not. We would restrain your ass. Oh no, of course, we'd stop you.
You see? Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
It's the most logical choice for anyone. The fact that Betray is even an option isn't logical that anyone would ever pick it. If everyone picked Ally in every single round, every time, we would all get to leave together at the same time. No problem. Piece of cake. Solve some puzzles, ally, walk out. Piece of cake.
Remains until Ambidex game polling.
You guys made it
closes.
complicated by being willing to betray each other.
Our time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
Yeah, of course. You too. Well, you know me, I'm a big softie, so I'm just gonna click ally like always. And Alice isn't here to stop me.
Remain until Amberdeck's game polling closes.
I've never clicked betray yet, not once. He made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? How much trust could I give a man whose face I've never seen? What does that got to do with it? We've seen Dia's face, I don't trust him.
Game polling closes. 9.
Always leave it to the last 10 seconds, eh?
7,
Always.
6, 5.
Nope, we gotta leave it to the last 1 second.
3, 2, 1.
Now we can vote. As usual. Because we're nice like that, we're good people.
Round 2 of the Amberdeck's game has been completed.
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Results will be
Except
displayed
Dio.
in the warehouse.
Fuck that guy.
Thank you for your participation. Amberdeck's
You're welcome.
gates
I guess we don't really have a
now
choice.
open.
Not really leaving us much choice of whether we want to participate or not. Sort of mandatory.
Results from round 2 of the Amberdeck's game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Dun 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 dun. Betray. Betray ally. He betrayed me. He actually betrayed me. Are you for serious? What is wrong with that guy? Alright, screw him
Points
too.
have been assigned.
Screw
or
all of you.
subtracted
I hate all of you.
accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see
Sons
your
of bitches.
updated bracelet points.
What?
So you did indeed choose ally.
You tricked me.
I apologize.
Sigma! You fucking idiot! Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
But he's not gonna just leave us.
I apologize for taking further advantage of your trust, but I will be leaving.
What? Before we could react, Kay slipped past us with speed and agility that belied his size. In the blink of an eye, he was standing in front of the number 9 door.
Kay! God damn it! Wait, you son of a bitch!
He didn't give any sign that he had heard Dio, just grabbed the lever and pulled it down. Oh, you got an actual ending, I think. Not a good ending, but it's an ending.
Oh no!
Because the door's open now, so the rest of us are dead, pretty much.
The number 9 door.
Why don't we, like, kick the shit out of him?
has been opened.
Why didn't we stop him?
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Why'd you do it? I trusted you, Kay.
The answer is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really.
Is he a robot? He acts like a robot.
I'm sure you would have done...
God damn it, Kay.
I apologize.
You know I wouldn't have done the same thing.
I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped. Now then.
Kay, wait. You didn't even turn around. Well, that's that. Nice to get some closure, though. Unless it's the only person I trust now is Luna, I'm going to betray everybody else.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game.
Yay, an ending.
For your participation.
Welcome.
As the game is over, all doors other than the number
so we can
9
explore?
door
That's pretty
have
cool.
been unlocked.
I mean, we're going to die here, but at least we can explore first.
Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Okay.
He's gone.
Damn it!
This is all your fault, Sigma! There's no point to blaming him now.
Yeah, it's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
No, this isn't right. This can't be right. We stood there in silence, staring at the door. The only exit to the outside world, now closed forever. Our only chance of escape was to hope Kay would keep his word and contact the police. He hasn't been very good at keeping his word up till now. Alice, Luna, the old woman, who had killed them? And where had Quark gone? There were questions we still hadn't answered, but we had plenty of time now. Perhaps we still would. Game over. So that's a proper ending? I think that's the only proper ending we've had. Looks like there's a lot more endings here than there is in 999. Yeah, it is. It's a proper ending. Should we go back and betray his ass? Let's go back and betray his ass. Screw that guy. Skip. He's gonna betray us as well though, so that means no one's gonna earn any points. But whatever. Sorry, I'm getting hay fever. We're working into summer here. And I get some pretty ridiculous hay fever of summer. My new policy is I'm betraying anyone that isn't Luna. Maybe Clover as well. I like Clover too.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Alright, bring it on.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Eat my ass, Kay, you son of a bitch. Betray, betray. Betray ally. Betray. Betray. Nobody's getting any points now. Well, I mean, Quark and Team Mioji are because they're against a dead person. But no one else is getting any points because everybody's betraying everybody now. So you pick betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Oh, I went back in time. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not going to let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
We've seen that you would.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
No, not anymore.
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
Clearly. The honesty is refreshing, but that's not really the brightest move.
So you chose betray too, huh? You just picked ally, I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that?
Yeah.
There's no way Clover would have chosen ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Just smartasses.
Yeah, you idiot. So you chose betray.
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off.
Yeah, so you might as well gain the extra points for free.
No risk of a penalty for her now.
No. I'm totally on board with you right there.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
No, you don't. You don't know anything about me, you son of a bitch. You dirty bastard. Alright, now what's gonna happen though? Do we have another puzzle? Oh, we got the white chromatic doors, right?
Have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys.
Alright, we got ourselves another puzzle room to do.
Open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
In other words, this is the last puzzle room. As many times as we want, huh? And that means we can play the AB game over and over using the star keys, right?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find them?
Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh? You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. It's those white ones down there. There are 3 white doors in the floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went.
They're locked.
The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they're open. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm a blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
What about you? What about you two? My voice is cracked as
Cyan,
well.
pear.
I'm a cyan pair too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well.
They're both yellow pairs.
Both
Cool.
of them are yellow pairs.
Then what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right?
Yep.
I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
Me neither, so you should probably leave.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
Well, then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us. And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
There's no... If Zero Senior wanted to kill any of us, he would just use the bracelet. He would just go, dead. He wouldn't, like, go out of his way to knife somebody. Jesus. You just go, flick the switch, you're dead. Then why'd you kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
Yes. No, I'm saying it's definitely one of us. I think it might be a good idea for all of us to look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah, I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we gonna pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with
I can only
anyone
hope he does.
besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine.
Neither.
He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right? Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with the yellow and the green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
That's not a bad strategy. We're in pairs so we can keep an eye on each other. We're checking every room as we go, systematically. Pretty good plan. It's a pretty good plan. Nothing here? There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here. Technically, at least. The old woman.
Oh yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it. She had a bracelet on. Wait a minute, look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah, for some reason, there's no blood on this part. Wait. So she was one of the 9. Did someone kill her and took her bracelet?
Maybe she had something on her wrist.
Oh my god, is she the 0? Remember there was a 0 in 999, wasn't
A
there?
watch, perhaps.
A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. That woman's watch is usually thinner.
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry. You mean like a bracelet or something? Of course. Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the Nonary Game.
Okay? There's something wrong.
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing, and none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They probably still got it. No, wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still.
That's what I thought.
Yes, that would make sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes.
And you're telling me that they're probably wearing it.
Correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Yes.
So
Why?
that they could participate in the Nonary Game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here. But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here, since that's where the bracelet was. And then the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped
Cleaned
the blood
it.
off.
Yeah.
Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
That's when Alice found that cloth That's what they would have used. The cloth that she found next to the AB room would have been the one used to wipe the blood off of the bracelet. So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Okay. I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work.
Yeah.
We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Good plan. Best we need to finish looking for Quark though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B and meet up with everyone else.
Understood.
This could be huge.
Shall we go
This could
then?
be huge. Holy balls. That changes everything. That's why Temioji was spraying everybody's wrist. Because he already figured that out. Well, we're at the point where we need to wrap this episode up because we're out of time once again. I'll just wait for them to say something so we can stop there. And then, yeah. We'll probably come to an end, although, I don't know, we might end up doing the white chromatic doors. We might not. If we end up trying to spray everybody. If we end up spraying everybody in the rec room, I imagine everything will come to a head at that point. Whether we do that before or after the white chromatic doors is what will change it. Anyway, either way, we're going to leave that here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.